As our day grows increasingly busy and we find ourselves hopping from one appointment to the next, how important has time management become to our busy lives? Staying punctual, arriving early, or rushing to at least remain on time, how do we manage our time? Today on Talkily. Hello and welcome to today's show. We're talking about time management today, and I'm joined by Sid.
Hello.
Josh.
Hey.
And Christy.
Hello.
All right, so time management. I'm terrible at it. I like to think I'm good at it, but really I'm always just I'm literally rushing from one point to another. I'm trying to fit so many things into 1 hour that I forget that in half an hour I need to be somewhere else and I need to stop what I'm doing. So usually when I arrive to work, I'm arriving to work right on time, much to the chagrin of everybody else.
I'm pretty good at it. I don't want to brag, but
I'm very good.
I'm pretty good at
yeah.
this time management thing. Yeah. So take that, Alvin.
I arrive to work at least at least half an hour early. If I arrive if I'm supposed to start work at 10 and if I arrive at 10, I consider myself late. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
I'm lucky in that I have a job where I don't have to be usually, unless there's like a meeting or an appointment or something, I don't have to be in at a certain time. Nobody's tracking my time, so I can kind of shuffle in whenever I want. But I mean, I'm always on time for my stuff and usually get pretty annoyed when people aren't. Said the guy who showed up 10 minutes late today.
Yeah.
So I try to be on time, if not earlier. It's one of those things where, if you're dealing with a clock watcher, whether it be a boss or yourself, who knows? It all comes down to you, right? So, ideally, I try to show up on time, if not 10 minutes early, if not 15 minutes early, ideally.
What's that saying? The on time, you're late if you're on time, you're early if you're late, or you're late or something like that. It's like the thing that every 8th grade English teacher ever said to anyone, right?
Yeah.
Do you guys think we're too busy? In our life?
Oh,
you know what
yeah.
I mean? I feel like not that I don't think any of us have kids right now, but I hear all these stories about, parents basically overscheduling their kids. And I feel like we as adults do that ourselves. We're always, there's always something we have to go to, so many things we have to do.
No.
Yeah. Well,
To be quite honest, to be quite honest, I have my work. I know what time I have to go to work. I mean, I don't have kids. My husband and I don't have kids. So we're not rushing there. I am
I think I'm rarely rushing going, oh my God, I'm late, except for today. I'm rarely doing that, but I always feel too busy.
really
Always.
doing what?
I don't have kids either. We're two working professionals, and I think we still try to do too much. I don't know. It's that classic modern conundrum of you want to do everything. I want to do a podcast on the weekend. I want to play video games. I've got a D&D game I got to run. I have a full-time job that actually does require a lot of energy and a lot of thinking. And sometimes I wish I could just maybe go do something else so that I could just not be as stressed out at the end of the day. Cause I feel so it's more like a mental, psychological, just exhaustion sometimes that I feel.
Nope.
Well, maybe I need to talk to somebody.
Nope.
You're talking to some professionals right now.
Professional talkers.
We're not the right professionals.
That's how I feel. It's more like an intangible.
Now, is it something that, okay, you said that you do podcast. Is your job 9 to 5 or is it
it's 9 to 5.
So you've got 9 to 5. So then you've got in the evening.
Yeah.
A whole time to relax.
And I do, I do. It just feels like anything beyond working the job, going home, making dinner. I exercise before I go to my job. So exercise,
you exercise
work,
in the morning.
dinner, and then And then, there's like an hour or two for relaxing with the TV or whatever. And then I read for a little bit and then I go to bed.
See, what I do is I go to work first, then so maybe I go to work first, then before I go to bed, like 2 hours before I go to bed is when I exercise. Like I exercise from 8 to 9. So, and then, so then I've got my job and then I come home, relax a little bit, have dinner, and then I exercise.
I feel like I'm going like straight until like 7:30.
Yeah.
I need that time from work to before I exercise to just unwind. Like, cause I mean, traffic could be like crappy. Like, I mean, work could have been crappy and I just need, and that's what my husband and I do. We don't see each other. Like he's got like a 8 to 4 job. And if I'm coming home like at 8:30, like at 4 o'clock or whatever, we do not like he goes downstairs. I stay upstairs.
Yeah.
We do not see each other until we make dinner at around 5:30 because we need time to compress or else we will yell at each other, like get in each other's face. Like, cause he's rushing in traffic. I'm in traffic. Traffic could piss you off. We just have time to relax. And then we meet at dinner.
That makes sense. I could see that. We don't talk either when we get home.
Yeah.
We actually work at the same place. So we go together and we come home together.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes there's days where we don't see each other at all at work, but then we come home and I have to, I find that making dinner is actually de-stressing a little bit. Like I'm doing, because I have work a job where I sit at a desk mostly and classic digital age thing, right? But like I come home and I'm like physically chopping vegetables and like doing something, creating something, which I think is really helpful.
Stress relief,
Time manage in terms of like managing the time, I feel like I do a good job. I just think there's you know what I mean? Time management is maybe a weird term or a concept. Like I think I'm project managing myself very well, but there might just be too much.
Do you think in the morning, like you say that you work out in the morning, do you think you rush from working out to get ready to go to work? Do you find that, or do you have a little bit of leeway there?
Sometimes, I think that you mean like in the morning. Do I have enough time? Kind of like in the morning.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of time to sit, like I have like my breakfast and kind of enjoy it and have a cup of coffee. Yeah, I do it. I mean, the point of working out in the morning is I feel so much better about the rest of the day. That's what that is.
I feel like now I'm because I'm on a new diet. I'm finding I'm actually I have to incorporate doing making breakfast, making lunch, making supper now. And it's nice because it's given me time to de-stress and kind of gauge how much time I have to do things. But I mean, even today, it's like I have to do this between this and this, between this. I have to do this between this and this time. And then I have to do this and I have to take care of this. And I have to make sure these things are prepped. And I have to do, I still always feel like, I feel like I'm probably, I over schedule myself and I'm trying to fit everything in there.
I think that's what I was trying to get at is that like, maybe you can be good at time management, but still overschedule yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's like, spontaneity is cool and fun and like not thinking like what are you missing when you were a kid that you're missing, or what are you missing from when you were a kid? Like for me, it's always the not worrying about anything that's more than 2 hours in the distance. Like I don't need to worry about any of that. I got my whole life to live. That's the part that kind of gets to me. And I think that overscheduling ourselves sometimes makes it feel like we're just kind of automatons going from one thing to the other, even if we're doing things we like.
And you have situations like people who do the opposite. They don't schedule anything. And it's just they're so flaky and kind of like drag. You know what I mean? Where it's like, and sometimes you wonder, like, because there are some people I know who are like that, where it's like, you don't do anything after work. And I know you don't do anything. You just kind of laze around or play video games. And that's fine if that's your thing. But, I don't know if we're all like 15 minutes, but
A-types around here who need control or something. But
I need control.
I kind of need it. Yeah.
Yeah. But there are people who don't, and that's great for them. But
right. And I find myself being really critical of maybe people who don't have that like
drive.
I need it at work.
How do you survive?
I need it at work. I need my control at work. I mean, I'm very different at work than I am at home. Like at work, things have to be here, here, and here, and they have to be done this way, and this way. But at home,
it's like
burning the bra. It's like doing whatever.
Carefree.
It's like
a kid
carefree.
Drawing on crayon on walls. Like you have that sense of freedom.
That's probably very healthy. I would say that you sound like you have a very healthy schedule and view of your life. I think the rest of us are suffering.
My weekends, if I'm not working on the weekends, it's like, and me and my husband, oh, do you want to go for a bike ride? Like, yeah, sure, let's go for a bike ride. Do you want to go for a walk? Yeah, sure, let's go for a walk. Like, I mean, we're not scheduling it. It's like, we just, let's go. It's like, or let's go for a drive. We love going for drives. So we just check out different spots and stuff like that.
Oh, I love doing that.
Yeah,
I love doing that.
I do that sometimes too. But I mean, sometimes I feel like, it's like, hey, let's go do this. And like, oh, but I have to do this, and this. And I feel like I've started scheduling more time for spontaneity.
So from 2 to 3, we're doing spontaneity.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Which sounds bizarre, right? But it's just trying to ease back a little bit so that, when I show up to something, I show up on time.
It doesn't sound bizarre to me.
Yeah,
That's
okay,
the
good.
thing. Like,
No, I've heard
totally
of it.
get it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't think I'd do it. I don't. But it doesn't sound bizarre. I'm not judging you.
All right, good.
Yeah, it sounds like exactly what an A-type person would do, is schedule spontaneity. All right, honey, we're going to be spontaneous. Spontaneous? We're going to be
Spontaneous.
Spontaneous, thank you.
As long as you don't schedule certain things, like, okay, we're going to do, what I'm talking about?
Yahtzee.
We're going to have sexy time now.
Sexy time. Okay,
Yeah.
it's between 3 and 4. Got to do that.
Like fit it within that time block.
Yeah, it's that time.
I don't know. I got a hard 4:30, dear.
Yeah.
Well, better than a soft 4:30, right?
Oh yeah, exactly.
Thanks again for joining us today on Talkily for another cool discuss. Joining me today for time management was Sid, Josh, and Christy. Intro-outro music is Illuminate by Ethan Rank, found on ArtList. All additional music also acquired through ArtList. All images and videos in our show acquired through Pixabay. Podcasting services acquired through Spreaker. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. If you enjoyed the show, please visit cooldiscuss.com. Check out our merch store or consider a donation so we can continue producing awesome content. Please keep in mind we are just normal everyday people talking about things we think we know something about. We are not experts on any of this. Always take everything you hear, read, or see with a grain of salt. Never get all your information from only one place, and always be willing to question. This is AWC thanking you once again for joining us.